AITA for asking my BF not to go to a wedding with his ex-GF? Me and my boyfriend Sam have been together for a year and a half. We broke up last summer for 2 months, but got back together. During our break, Sam met up with his ex-girlfriend Rachel, whom he had dated for 4 years prior to our relationship. They only met up once, and nothing came of it. However, Rachel still has feelings for Sam and was hoping they would rekindle things. Rachel was enraged and threw a fit whenever she found out that me and Sam got back together. She sent him a lot of really nasty messages and continued to do so for several months afterward, even though he never responded to her. Rachel and Sam both have mutual friends who are getting married. They were both asked to be bridesmaids and groomsmen in the wedding. In February, Rachel asked the bride if it would be okay if Sam did not have a +1 for the wedding because she wouldn't be able to handle seeing him with anyone else. Whenever Sam found this out, he immediately contacted both the bride and groom. They assured him that Rachel's request would not have an impact on the decision for a +1. Since then, she has still continued to try to reach out to Sam, including going as far as contacting me via Instagram regarding the upcoming wedding. She started to harass me and even admitted that contacting me was for her own self-gain. In April, Sam and I were both invited to the engagement party. Of course, Rachel was there, but we were having such a great time that we barely even noticed her existence. At 3 a.m. that night, Rachel texted Sam yet again, degrading both of us. She told Sam that he was not going to be getting a +1 at the wedding and to not make a fuss about it like last time. I found the comment odd because invitations have not been sent out yet. Why is she the one telling him this instead of the bride or groom? Regardless, Sam finally responded to Rachel and told her to never contact us again. Fast forward to the present day, Sam got the wedding invitation, and it did not include a +1. He contacted the groom, and the response was that they had to prioritize other couples who have been together longer, lived together, and or who both know the bride and groom due to the budget. I know 100% that a wedding should only be about the bride and groom and what they want. If they don't want Sam to have a +1, that is their call. I'm not entirely convinced that Rachel did not have a part in the decision. She is a lot closer to the bride than Sam is to the groom. So AITA asked my boyfriend not to go to the wedding without me? This would mean he would have to drop out of being a groomsman. The only reason I feel uncomfortable with him going is due to the relentless harassment about the wedding by Rachel. If she had been respectful and left us alone, I would have no problem with him going without me. However, that was not the case. She has continuously disrespected me, my boyfriend, and our relationship. She has no clue what a boundary is. I just want this to be over. Update, my boyfriend talked to the groom. Due to the budget, they had to limit +1s to couples who live together or will be traveling out of town to attend. The wedding is being paid for by the bride's family. It seems like they had an input on who was invited. The groom did not know the full extent of Rachel's behavior towards me and my boyfriend. The groom was also surprised to hear Rachel told my BF in April he would not be getting a +1, as they had not decided at that time. My BF did come to see that it was disrespectful for the bride and groom to not allow him to have a +1. Even if his ex was not attending, the wedding party should have priority over regular guests. With that being said, he does not want to completely burn a bridge with the groom, which I don't want that to happen either. We both agreed it will be fine for him to attend the ceremony, but skip the reception. The groom said I would be allowed to attend the rehearsal dinner and welcome party. As far as Rachel, my BF plans to ignore her and immediately shut down any of her antics. My BF is truly disgusted with Rachel and her psychotic behavior. Ultimately, she wanted to break things up between me and my BF, but she has only made us stronger. Relevant comments. OP adds a little info not in the post. My BF was never told he would be receiving a +1. The bride and groom told him in February that they did not know who would be invited at that time. I just wanted to reiterate this in case it was not clear in my original post. When asked what happened with Sam and the ex, they didn't hook up whenever we were on the break. They just went to a bar for drinks. Afterwards they met up with the bride and groom since they all are friends. My BF said it was a bit awkward and didn't even know Rachel had any interest in getting back together until she found out we had gotten back together. Update 1. Backstory, my boyfriend was asked to be a groomsman in a wedding where his ex-girlfriend was a bridesmaid. His ex harassed him for months even though he didn't respond. She reached out to me via Instagram. She has been trying to break us up / get him back. She told me on Instagram that she doesn't want to be around us during the wedding as it would be distracting. The groom told my boyfriend months ago that I would be allowed to attend the rehearsal dinner, welcome party, and part of the reception. We were told I would not be allowed to attend the ceremony or dinner portion of the reception due to the budget. After the formalities are completed, I will be allowed to attend. A week before the wedding, the groom invited my boyfriend to brunch on Sunday the day after the wedding. He said it was going to be a super casual thing. I, however, was not invited to this brunch. My boyfriend reassured me he would not be attending without me. During the wedding rehearsal, my boyfriend decided to double-check with the groom about me coming to the rehearsal dinner. Turns out, I had been uninvited from the dinner. We were informed of this 30 minutes before the start. The groom told my boyfriend I did not have a seat, but he would love to have me at the welcome party afterward. My boyfriend skipped the rehearsal dinner. We ended up going to a local bar until the welcome party started. Once we got to the welcome party, the groom came up to me and apologized for the politics. He told me he was happy I was there and looked forward to having me at the reception tomorrow. 2 people commented on us missing the rehearsal dinner, but I just changed the subject. After the welcome party ended, we all rallied to a bar close by. I was standing at the bar talking to one of the guests when the bride introduced herself into our conversation. The bride would only look at and talk to the other girl, even though I was adding input into the conversation. It was just like the interview Kirsty Flaw did with Blake Lively. I felt so uncomfortable that I ended up walking away. The next day before the wedding, I met up for brunch with the girl. She informed me that as soon as I walked away, the bride started talking about me. The bride told her I was originally invited to the wedding, but that Rachel, my boyfriend's ex, said she would not be able to handle it. So I was uninvited from the wedding. The girl said it seemed like the bride was trying to get her to not be friends with me and to exclude me. She said it seemed like the bride was trying to get her to take Rachel's side as well. The bride admitted she was being petty, but that she didn't care. Mind you, I had just met this girl, and we were just casually chatting at the bar. Why the bride wanted to focus on causing drama and excluding me the night before her wedding is beyond me. Like girls, focus on getting married. Around 8 p.m. is when all the formalities were finished, and I was able to attend. I'm not going to lie, dancing with my boyfriend in front of his ex-girlfriend felt extremely good. I swear we did not do it on purpose, but wherever his ex went, we were always right there. She could not avoid us even if she tried. At one point, the bride and groom were in the center dancing. I was directly across from his ex in her line of sight. She completely turned her back just so that she couldn't see me, even though everyone else was facing forward. The only people who would talk to us were the other groomsmen and their dates. We ended up telling several of them the full story because they had no idea. So the whole night felt like sweet revenge. I will say many times the groom came up to me and said he was happy I was there. Whether he meant it or it was performative, I have no idea. I also don't care at this point. The only reason my boyfriend did not drop out of the wedding was because we were told I was not invited due to the budget. We were assured several times that it had nothing to do with his ex. If my boyfriend had been given the full truth, he would have dropped out. Whenever I found out the truth, it was already too late. My boyfriend was at the venue taking pictures and the wedding was starting in an hour. Once the couple gets back from their honeymoon, my boyfriend and I plan on having a conversation with the groom. My boyfriend said he will be reevaluating their friendship. Relevant comments. OP clarifies one detail. Sorry, I didn't make it clear, but I was not allowed to attend the dinner portion of the reception. I was only allowed to attend when all the formalities were completed, eating, speeches, etc., and the dancing had begun. Commenter. You guys are both dumb as rocks if you think any of these people are currently your friends, or will continue to be your friends in the future, so please stop excusing their shitty behavior for budget reasons. It's obvious you were not wanted in the wedding and both of you should have skipped the event. A real friend would have made you comfortable and not made you feel excluded. OP. Thankfully, after all of this, my boyfriend does see that the groom does not care about him as much as he thought. Comment. Sounds like you have an amazing, supportive boyfriend. So refreshing to hear a man sticking with his partner through the nonsense. That bride isn't going to have an incredibly happy marriage after she willfully tried to sabotage someone else's relationship on her wedding day. That can't be the start of something successful. I'm hoping the groom had nothing to do with it, but I'm sure he knew about the situation since his wife was the one scheming. But it does seem like he didn't want to be a part of it with the way he was talking to you and your boyfriend. He probably just let her do whatever she wanted so she'd shut the F up. Either way, F them all. You win in the end. Give your boyfriend a big kiss from Reddit, he did well. OP. My boyfriend really does have my back. I'm so thankful for him. As for the groom, I will say he truly is a nice guy. I do think that he was aware of everything going on. But he is the only reason I was able to attend some of the wedding weekend.